Good morning. Welcome back into another episode of Beyond the Finish Line. I'm Bradley. I'm your host, and we got conference championships this weekend. Got some good games, so I'm going to look at a couple things, kind of make some predictions on who's going to do what. And then ultimately, if that happens, we get some losses. Somebody gets beat, blown out. Are they in? Are they out? You tell me. Give me a ring on the couch coach call. 404-590-3224. I'd love to hear from you. If you made it in, like, subscribe, follow. I'd appreciate it. Ultimately, every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., we're live. Sometimes it could get squirrely. Like today, we have a 30-minute prediction show. Had an overlap in the schedule, but we're here. We are here. And it's Friday. Happy Friday to you out there. Hope you're having a good day, a blessed day. Look, when the sun comes up, even when it's sub 30 degrees, and look, my mom is from Pennsylvania. I know down here in Atlanta, the weather is nothing like it is in the Midwest or the Northeast. It is a lot colder up there. Just saw right before going live, Chris Henry Jr. is going to be making his announcement on where he's going. I think he's going to end up sticking with the Buckeyes. I don't think that he is going to sign it. Welcome in. Sign with anybody else. I think that he has it in line where, look, let's call it what it is. In today's world, you have all the ability to negotiate your contract. I don't even know. Committed is one thing. What's up, Koki Doki? Being committed is one thing, but when you have a chance to negotiate a contract, and in college ball today, are you really committed? I mean, last year, the quarterback, Cal, went to Oregon. I pulled it up last night. The exact words. No. Well, he committed to Cal, flipped to Oregon, signed with Oregon, went to Oregon, spring portaled out of Oregon, back to Cal. So are these kids really, the teams are not really locked in until after the spring portal. Even the ones you sign on National Signing Day, being that it just happened last year with the Cal quarterback. It's like, are these kids signed? At what point are they actually on the team? I get it, they signed their letter of intent, but at the end of the day, if they go to spring practice and then enter the spring portal, and because look, they can do as they please. That part I assume will be adjusted. Has to be, you would think. Could be wrong. But like Jay, hold the phone, bro. Get it. JKS for Cal. There's a chance. Look, there is a chance that some of these kids that sign are on your team and then they're not on your team, because you could still enter that spring portal if you don't feel like you have. I don't know. It makes it very weird, but it's Friday. We don't need no negativity. Everybody's team's going to be good next year. But this weekend we got some bangers. Georgia, Alabama, and I know it. Everyone's on it that it's always Georgia and Alabama in the SEC championship. And it is. And Kirby is, he's got to break the Alabama curse. I don't know. He's 1-7 against Alabama. He's 0-2 already against Kalen DeBoer. Look, I heard somebody, I forgot who it was, talking about it. At the end of the day, he's got 2 natties, yes. But he's got to break the curse of Alabama. The Crimson Tide got a grasp on him. Without starting center Drew Bobo this weekend, that game's going to be interesting just due to the fact of the defensive tackle for Alabama is big and fast. Welcome in. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Live every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time to 12. Today was a little different. Had a lap in schedule, but we here. Then you head up to Indianapolis. Welcome in. Who's going to be that 100th follower for me? I would appreciate it so much. Up in Indianapolis, you've got Ohio State, Indiana going head-to-head, 1 versus 2. I'm an SEC guy. Georgia is my team. But I get it, it's a Big Ten, but you got 1 versus 2. SEC, you are not doing ESPN, you're not doing yourself any favors this weekend. I get it. The last 8 you were at a different, like you were located game day at Oregon. You went to a few different that weren't SEC. But at the end of it all, welcome in. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Who's going to be that 100th follower? I appreciate you. Welcome in. Who's going to be that 100th follower for me? I appreciate it. This one's going to be good. I think Kurt Cignetti's, this Indiana team is different than last year. They're big and strong and fast. It's a little bit different. Now, we saw what happened when Indiana went and played Ohio State last year. I think there was a muffed punt. The punter made a huge, massive mistake. Gave him really good field. And so, like, the moment almost felt like it was too big. Welcome in. Who's going to be that 100th follower for me? I'd appreciate it. The moment just kind of felt like it was too big. This year, I feel like with Mendoza at the helm, he's really got the team. He's got the team buzzing behind him. He has a natural ability there that's like that drive on Penn State, and I get it. Everybody's like, it's Penn State. The way that he led that drive was crazy. Obviously, to end with probably the catch of the year. How do you have control of your body like that? I don't know. It's an impressive thing that he's able to put down. Let me see if I can get those rankings up there. BYU uses for the last spot. So I appreciate it. Welcome in, Buggy. Maybe who's going to be that 100th follower? Give me a follow. If BYU loses for that last spot, Miami or Notre Dame, I think it should be Miami. Because if you measure if they don't end up both getting in, which probably going to be hey, thank you. I appreciate that. That's I appreciate that, Buggy. I think BYU should be in, win or lose. That's just me. But they are 11-1. Their only loss is to Texas Tech. So for BYU to kind of be pushed to the side for either of those teams when the season they've put up is it is what it is at the end of the day. But you've got James Madison, North Texas, and Tulane. What happens tonight? You got Kennesaw, Jacksonville State, couple of games here in Atlanta. Kennesaw, I want to say they're favored at the moment, but there's going to be 2 G5 teams in. I'm saying, because I mean, if Tulane wins, I want Duke to obviously lose, and they shouldn't even be there. See, that's the problem. The problem lays there. The ACC championship game this year should be Miami and Virginia. That should be your ACC. Now you have winner goes in, and I get it. Their tiebreaker has been just nutty, but the chance that you have an ACC champion, that cool, it's great. Congratulations, Duke, if that happens. You'll never say you weren't supposed to be there. I get that. That is what it is, but should you really? Should you be there? I don't know. Give me your takes. Give me a call on the Couch Coach call, 404-590-3224. I'd love to hear from you. Air it on the live. Even over the weekend, you have a take, you get a frustrating moment in a game, give me a shout, leave me a voicemail, and I'll talk about it, talk to you, 404-590-3224. And like I said, leave a voicemail, I'll air it, and we'll get it, get some takes on it. So, where is my... So when you look at the Virginia and the Duke game, Virginia has to win. Virginia wins, they're in, and then we're only getting one G5 team. And Chandler Morris, I don't know if he's fully healthy for Virginia this weekend. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So, I mean, he should be. Yeah. So, Chandler Morris and Virginia should. Now, they should handle Duke. Will they handle Duke? I don't know. Duke has played upset. They've played the villain a couple times this weekend, this year. I mean, Duke. So, yeah, and that's another. So Tulane beat Duke. If Duke, yeah, no way. NC State, I think at the time, Clemson, that was obviously a big one at the beginning of November, kind of unraveled Clemson season, if you will. UConn, ooh, how is this team? How is this team in the ACC championship? Jeez Louise. Oh, that is Why should they be? Not for me to figure out. Somebody smarter than me up there in the big city. But if we go, and my question is to you, in the future, this year, I don't know how it's being looked at, but head to head has to matter more than anything. Like, this isn't hypothetical. When a team plays head to head and they've beat them, that team is the better team. And that goes for Texas. Like, when you talk about the rankings, let me see. When you talk about the rankings and you've got Texas, who has 3 losses in front of Vanderbilt, because they beat them. They should. They should be there. Records have to be, and Duke, not Duke. Vanderbilt has beat 3 teams this year with winning records: LSU, Missouri, Tennessee. Over 500 teams, and then those 3 teams only have 1 win over a team, combined over a team that is over 500. At any point, and of course, they're petitioning for another game so that they can try to prove themselves. They're calling Texas. We would love that rematch. I'm sure you would. Unfortunately, the way the cookie crumbles is if you don't beat them on the first go around, you got to fight your way back up in there. And as we see, 2 losses hurt you. We obviously also see like Texas being, I don't think they should get in. I'm totally with it. But we also see now that if you schedule a top opponent out of conference, it can hurt you. Again, they have 3 losses. They shouldn't get in. If we're talking about LSU or Texas, Texas gets in over Vanderbilt. They beat them on the field. The hypothetical, they have 3 losses. We only have 2. You guys played. But that goes back to the committee. What is the committee saying? Like, the committee has zip. Every week, I feel like this committee is tripping. They walk out of there laughing like they just finished watching an episode of the Golden Girls. Gets on an interview with Reese Davis and calls him rich. What are we doing in the committee room? They say they're watching all the games. I could tell you 1 through 5 in that room are taking a nap. They're not watching the games in there. We have got to figure out the better system. That just is as simple as that. We have to figure that part out. I just need my pop out the chat, boy. You ever get it's you. Oh, so gosh, the committee not having BYU over Notre Dame going into the weekend stinks, but they're trying to keep. Who knows what they're trying to do in that room, to be honest with you. Welcome in. Appreciate all the follows. If I'm live every day, Monday through Friday, talking sports, life, and anything in between that's funny. I think it's a beautiful world where sports pull us all together, regardless of everything else. So, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We in here doing the thing. Today was a little off schedule, had a overlap, but we here. And my X account, my Twitter account, whatever you want to call it nowadays, I post some notifications on there with my show if it's delayed, etc. So give me a follow on all my socials, Beyond the Finish Line, and YouTube, Beyond the Finish Line Pod. Talk about sports Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Eastern Time. When we go to the BYU and Texas Tech. Does BYU have a shot to I don't know. Does BYU have a shot to make the tournament even if they lose? That's a tough task. Texas Tech is very good. I don't know what the odds are today. I think they were at plus 1,200. Let's go. I'm pretty sure that they were at plus 1,200. But Texas Tech is a really good football team. I also don't like. Let's see where we is. Like, why does Vegas have Notre Dame? And I know that's terrible. But why does Vegas have Notre Dame as the third best odds? Somebody tell me how that makes sense. Jeremiah Love is phenomenal. Truthfully, he is one of, if not the best back in the country. I think I saw something earlier. It was like Ahmad Hardy, Nate Frazier, and Jeremiah Love. Forgot what the exact rating was, but the point is, besides him, and CJ Carr has played good. I'm not going to ever be the one to act like CJ Carr is not playing good football. But Jeremiah Love, and here's the thing, you can go back and look at the Miami Notre Dame game. And let's face it, if they would have handed the ball to Mr.